How's Dad's book sales so far?
The Matheny Manifesto is doing well. It appeared on the New York Times bestseller list for like the how-to section.
Okay.
Which is
doesn't matter what section.
Whatever. Yeah. Hey, that's big time.
Yeah.
And then that was the first couple weeks, and then after an appearance on Good Morning America, Jesse Palmer did a little feature on it.
Wow.
And it appeared again the next week.
Excellent. Thank you, Jesse Palmer.
Yeah.
The Jenkins Family Trust.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks you as well.
Right. My kid's college fund.
Yeah, the
appreciates it.
Jenkins Kid College Fund.
Yeah.
Just took a boost.
That pitch misses inside. The first one was on the corner for a strike. It's 1-1 to Carlos Vargas.
So fans, go run out and get the Matheny Manifesto by Jerry Jenkins.
Yeah. Smoked into center. That's a base hit for Vargas. I'll tell you what, Carlos Vargas is a money player, and this is money time of the season. And
he had a great tournament last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He was the only one to almost hit.
Yeah, I tell people, he banged it right about, can't really see the Rawlings sign on the video tonight, but for those that come down, there's a Rawlings banner about 3 squares in on the left field side of the fence, and he hit it right about the middle of that banner. That was as close as we came to a homer last year.
The wind was howling in for 5 days.
It was okay the first day, and then it just got worse. This year we've
Vargas came in hitting .361 with 15 doubles and a couple of home runs. This is Seth Leeser now to the plate, left-handed hitting DH. In his 45th start, he's hitting .315. 11 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, and 23 RBIs. His conference season was near 400. He did really well in conference play this year. They're paying attention to Vargas over there. He's not going anywhere, but 2 pickoff throws. I think he's got maybe 1. Nope, he has not attempted a steal this year, but the reputation of his teammates has Peru chucking it over there a few times. Big hole to shoot for on the right side for Leeser. Again, another check on Vargas.
Yeah, and you'd think with a left-handed batter, there's no way Vargas is, maybe a hit and run on at some point, but Pioneers are going to want that hole open over there for Leeser to try and yank one through.
Vargas will have to at least first unhitch the piano before he tries to steal. First pitch to Leeser, taken for a strike. Man, that is some heat.
Yeah, he's
from Quintana. He's a low 90s guy.
Yeah, it could be. I haven't asked anybody where his fastball sits, but he's definitely comparable to Phil Graham.
Yeah.
Same kind of over-the-top motion, too, I think.
Mm-hmm. The 0-1. Leeser very short and quick with his swing. I like this matchup as much as I like anybody against Quintana. That pitch misses up and away. It's 1-1.
Vargas always just looks like he's having so much fun out there.
Yeah.
It looks like he enjoys playing the game.
He's been here. This is the end of his 2nd year as they check on him again at first. He has started every game in the last 2 seasons. He's the only Pioneer to do that.
Coach Thompson was saying he was hoping he could find somewhere that was showing the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight, but
what was that? Split?
I don't know, maybe.
God.
I told him I wouldn't tell him where it was being aired in town.
Who asked that?
Coach Thompson said Carlos really wanted to see the
Carlos
fight
Vargas
tonight.
wanted to see the fight. Yeah, don't let him know where it is.
Being as big as boxing is in the Latin community.
Yeah. That pitch missed. The last pitch missed up. It's 2-1 to Leeser. Another pitch misses up. Leeser in an advantage count. This is very typical of Seth Leeser. He's a patient hitter. Swings only at his pitch unless there's 2 strikes, and often finds himself ahead in the count. Here he is again.
Yeah, without looking at his numbers, I want to say he's been really, really good. Now, I know you can say that about a lot of Pioneers the first couple of games, but Leeser especially,
he's locked in.
He's looked really good at the plate.
They're coming inside, 3-1. He misses away. That looked like a strike, didn't it?
No, I think that was tailing away and
Santiago
was off the plate. I think Villanueva was set up. He was set up inside, but
yeah, he set up on the inside corner and caught it.
Yeah,
on the outside corner. Scott didn't give it to him.
Yeah, our buddy Birch didn't like that one. So Couple of men on.
First and second, nobody out. A leadoff single from Carlos Vargas, followed by a walk from Seth Leaster, brings up, you could say, the Pioneers' hottest hitter, Nelson Santiago. He finished the season on a tear, and he's continued in the conference tournament. But this is a bunt situation. But do you bunt your hottest hitter? I think you do. Here we go. Gets it down. Quintana fields, and he's going to try for third. What a play. I didn't think they had a chance at third. But Vargas, again, not the best runner in the world, and Quintana was aggressive with it, threw a bullet to third.
Second baseman, number 11, Santiago Romero.
Tough when you try and drag that thing down the first baseline, and Quintana being a guy that plays some outfield when he's not pitching, good athlete. He pounced on that one quickly and shot a bullet over there to McGinnity at third to cut down the lead runner.
Huge out. That brings up Santiago Romero, second baseman, hitting in the 7-hole. Leaser and Santiago on base. There's a chopper towards second. They have a chance for 2. 4, 6, 3, double play. 2 pitches later, the inning is over. Against a pitcher like Quintana, you do have to lay your bunt down, even no matter if it's your hottest hitter or not. I don't mind the play. It wasn't even that bad of a bunt. He deadened it, but
yeah,
you want to get it away from the pitcher, obviously.
Yeah, I think just a little bit too much.
Make the third baseman field it. Or
yeah, you almost wonder if it would have been better off pushing that thing down the third baseline, but we'll never know. Quintana works out of trouble.
It's a good sign, though, of Pioneers working a walk and getting a nice solid single.
Yeah, it's...
you got to take advantage of your opportunities against a superstar like Quintana, and they're 0 for 1 in that category.
But you got to figure that's going to happen. You know, you're going to have some opportunities that you get nothing out of against a guy like Quintana, and a good middle infield with Alonso and Sonny Esteban out there turning the double plays. Seen some really good up the middle play and some not quite as good.
You were talking earlier about Vargas. It's looking like he's having fun. He's one of the most loose, relaxed, and confident people you'll ever come across. But he's not cocky or arrogant. He's just having fun out there.
Yeah.
This game comes easy to players like him. And those slow rollers to third, he'll come in and grab and swing.
Oh, he had
arm.
2 last night that were.
Those are no problem.
Oh, he made it look way too easy.
Those aren't pressure plays for him. Those are look at what I can do plays.
Yeah.
And that's how he plays this game. He's real fun. It's been great to have here the last couple of years. That'll bring up Silva to lead off the top of the third. Another cutter fades away from him. He swings through it. It's 0-1. Silva on the season.
Shading him to the right side. Chad looks up his numbers.
Hitting .296 with 10 doubles, 5 home runs, 27 RBIs. That ball shot off of Vargas. It goes over to Brandt. Almost makes the play at first. Marrero was not backing up. That was a mistake the Pioneers got away with.
I couldn't see it. I was blocked by the pillar in
It's
here.
a really tough play by Vargas. Is that an E5?
The right fielder, number 16, Chase Phillips.
I don't know if I can be objective on that play. Let's call that reach weight for now. Silva on first with nobody out. Phillips squares to bunt. Gets it down up the first base line. It's going to trickle foul.
I think the last rotation took that thing foul. It was
really close.
flirting with staying on the line there, but...
All right, press box. Was that a hit or an error on Vargas? 2-hopper came up off his wrist. We got several SIDs up here. Yeah, maybe too hot to handle.
Consensus seems to be hit.
We're going to give him a hit. That's bunted right back to the mound. Ebers has only one play to first. Successful sacrifice. Goes 1-3. And Silva moves up.
I'm sure Carlos will probably say, I should have had that. But that ball definitely was hit hard and took a bad hop on him. So I think there's enough justification for not hanging it with an error.
He was playing about even with the bag, and that's gives him a little less time either. All right, we're just done talking about it. It's a hit. It's over with. Let it go.
Runner on second, one out.
That ball grounds behind him. This is Alonso, the leadoff batter. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to short in the first inning. It's 0-1 on Joshua Alonso. Hitting .322, 12 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs, 19 RBIs. A great freebie to strikeout ratio, 25 walks, 3 HBPs to just 14 strikeouts. That's perfect for your leadoff guy. Perfect for anybody. Silva leads from second. The pitch misses down and away in the dirt. Count evens at 1.
Yeah, Alonso looked like he wanted to offer at that, but held up his swing. I think he recognized that pitch was going down and away.
The winner of this game plays for the title on Monday. The loser of this game plays in a loser's bracket elimination game Monday morning against the winner of Benedictine, Missouri Valley. That pitch misses in the dirt. It's 2-1.
Well, I think our semifinal game is 1 o'clock Monday, and then 4 o'clock for the championship game, and then 1 o'clock if we have to play on Tuesday.
Another cutter. Grounded towards third. Vargas checks the runner back, fires to first. 2 down. That cutter is filthy right now.
Yeah, that thing is really moving. Nice play there by Vargas.
It's almost slider.
It's moving like a slider, and he
Right.
still has a velocity of a fastball.
Killen, the center fielder, struck out looking in the first.
Yeah, good.
Came into the game hitting .344 with 10 doubles, 4 triples, 3 home runs, and 29 RBIs.
Just the ground ball the Pioneers wanted to freeze that runner at second base and get the out.
That pitch misses up. It's 1-0. It seems like it's 90% cutters. I don't know if he's thrown much else.
No, I mean, as
I think there's
good as that pitch has been, why bother?
Think
Especially
about
early in the game.
Think about Mariano Rivera and Wade Davis.
Yeah.
Just stick with that thing.
Throwing one pitch.
That was a changeup. That missed up, and it's 2-0. Huge gap in left center. Perez is shaded a little towards center and very deep. Eckley shaded towards right center significantly. And Sullivan straight up in right. The 2-0 pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. 2-1. That's a dangerous pitch with the way the outfield is set up.
Yeah, I think every once in a while you got to shove one in there just to keep him honest. But
he knows how you're going to pitch him, and he's an opposite field guy anyway, apparently.
Yeah.
According to the scouting report.
But especially if that cutter's working, then you got to
Right.
figure that's a lot of balls are going to be going that way.
Grounded up the middle, high chop. Brandt waits back on it. Fields, fires, and gets the out.
Wow, that was good.
That's a lot harder than he just made that look.
He made that look way too easy. That was
a no problem grounder.
No, he got a nice hop, which
Right.
certainly helped, but that was a difficult play that he made look routine.
He's the best.
He is unbelievable.
We'll go to the bottom of the third, scoreless on MNUsports.com.
Contract, Art. How am I supposed to manage it? Up in the Pioneers, left fielder number 17, Kelvin Marrero.
I think you've seen that movie a little too many times.
I just watched it the other day. That guy did die to
Right. Phillips Seymour Hoffman. We're talking about Moneyball, folks.
Talking about the impossible nature of replacing Clayton Brandt for the 2016 season.
First pitch to Kelvin Perez. Is that a split? What is he throwing there?
I think that was a curve. That looked like an overhand curve, but
And that one missed up. And
there's
it's
something
1-0.
else he's throwing that was not that.
That's curveball.
Yeah, that was.
Overhand curve taken for a strike. It's 1-1. Perez on the year. Big time power. Where are we? That pitch misses down and in. It's 2-1. Perez on the year hitting .257, 9 doubles, team tying leading, 7 home runs, 31 RBIs. That ball grounded foul. It's 2-2. Perez has had some really impressive home runs this year. Even talked about by the home plate umpire. He came up here between innings and talked about the home run he hit into the teeth of a very strong wind. Still cleared the trees in left field at home. That ball shanked foul out of play. It's 2-2. Big raw power from Kelvin Perez.
Basically got a night off last night. Had a couple ABs, and then Coach Thompson put Jordan Jones out there for the rest of the ball game.
He's not the best left fielder in the world. Ball chopped foul. Matt Allison boots it. E10.
Yeah, E10
and it's
over
2-2 still. Baseball jokes.
Yeah. Everybody's got them. You gotta stop drinking water. Chad's had trouble keeping water down today. 2-2 pitch is up in the zone. 3-2 now. Full count to Perez.
That's twice. It's gone down the wrong tube.
Yeah. We'll let him cough it out. You're right there.
Full count pitch. Swung on and missed. Something off speed.
Yeah, I think that's that overhand curveball. I think very much a 12-6 type breaking ball that is kind of acting. Well, it's almost acting like a changeup, and it's just diving down.
Brandon Marrero, the catcher, 9-hole, takes the first pitch down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
Was hit 3 times yesterday.
He is 6 for 45 on the year with a couple of doubles. But like you said, he was hit 3 times and reached base a bunch of times.
And the last time, barely nicked him. He had a big smile on his face as the courtesy runner came out. So he knew he'd kind of stolen one, but he'd take it. 1-1 pitch was down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike to Marrero. It's like a special combination to open that door.
Grounded towards second on a couple of hops. Marrero goes down. And there are 2 outs for Clayton Brandt, who flied out to left on the first pitch in the bottom of the first.
The shortstop, number 1, Clayton Brandt.
Brandt on the year hitting .433, 16 doubles, 6 triples, a team leading 7 home runs. He's tied with Perez. 39 RBIs in 51 games from the leadoff spot. That's not fair. First pitch to him. Breaking ball taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Brandt slugging .706 and gets on base at a .507 clip.
1,200.
For an OPS over 1,200. That's Barry Bonds territory.
That's like video game numbers.
Fastball taken inside corner for strike 2. Brandt is like, what am I supposed to do here? That's a 12-6 breaking ball in the outside corner and a 90-mile-an-hour fastball in the inside corner. 0-2. He'll just smoke the 0-2 pitch into the left center field gap and drop it in there for a single. Like it's no problem. Like that's easy.
Pretty amazing to get your hands through that inside pitch. After he got jammed on the first one, I think he was determined not for that to happen again and muscled that one with his all 155 pounds of him or whatever on the left center field for base hit.
You can pretty much bet the farm that Clayton Brandt will be off for second in the first couple of pitches of this at-bat. He is the all-time MNU leader in stolen bases. He is 35 for 39 this season. And the Pioneers need a runner in scoring position for Sullivan, so he'll be off fairly soon. Quintana jumps ahead of Sullivan with a slide step 90-mile-an-hour fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. This is the test. Can Clayton Brandt steal second when everybody knows he's going to try it?
Not a huge lead over there.
Another quick pitch from Quintana. Misses up and away. It's 1-1. Villanueva out to talk to his right-hander. And after 2 fastballs, it's a good pitch to run on. You can anticipate a breaking ball. But also Quintana's trusts his fastball plenty and doesn't want to give Brandt an easy base with a breaking ball. He might just keep that one coming.
And for anyone wondering, the NAI record is 100 in a season. I don't think Brandt's going to get to that number.
No. That pitch misses up and away. That slide step is causing him to miss arm side high, and it's 2-1 on Sullivan.
Here's a name for you. Terry Schneekloth.
He had 100 steals?
Had 100 steals and 109 attempts for Mount Mercy in 1991.
Holy cow.
That's pretty good.
Check on Brandt at first. He's back safely. You're talking about Marrero got hit by a pitch 3 times. The record is 4. And that was a game that I scored. I submitted that record.
Really?
Josh Hauk, Bethel, Indiana, the catcher. He went
Oh, yeah, there it is.
in a 16-inning game or something crazy.
It's been tied since.
Smoked into center. Not smoked, just flown softly into center. And it's an out, caught by Killen. Pioneers strand that 2-out runner. We'll go to the top of the 4th. But yeah, Josh Hauk.
Yeah. Remember who they played?
Yes, it was Indiana Tech.
That's right.
And it was a long extra inning game, 14 or 15 innings, and he went 1 for 2 out of the 9-hole. 1 for 2 with 3 walks and 4 HBPs.
There you go.
Reached base 8 times from the 9-hole.
Yeah. May 12th, 2005. Since it's been tied,
We lost that game.
a player from mid-continent just last year. And actually, there's another Pioneer, Derek Brewer, hit 3 times. April 18th, 2008.
I submitted that one as
Yeah,
well. He got
that's-
hit like 26 times that year.
Wow.
It was insane.
Yeah.
He stood on the plate, stood right on the plate, dove, and didn't move. And he wasn't a very good hitter, so
Well, there you go.
he took those HBPs. He had like a 400 OBP and hit like 230.
Get on any way you can, especially if you can't hit. Look at some of the other records here. Some of these will never be touched. Looking at some of the, especially some of the power records with
Oh, yeah.
the bats being changed. Bo Mills, Lewis Clark State,
Bo Mills,
38
that was
home runs.
06?
07.
That's not even right. He hit 3 bombs in the championship game. He had 41.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure.
Oh.
That was against my old coach, Sam Riggleman at Spring Arbor.
Right. Just got to, what was it, 1,000 wins?
Yeah, just won his 1,000th. I was on the field for number 500 at Bethel,
Okay.
but
Shortstop, number 17, Randy Santiago.
Yeah, and then a player from Oklahoma City had 37 in 2009. And we'll never see those kind of numbers
no,
again.
the bats have been changed since then. They now are no longer allowed to outperform wood. So you're basically playing with wood bats. Ground ball to Santiago Romero. Almost pulls Nelson Santiago off the bag, but 1 pitch, 1 out. That was Santi Esteban.
Yeah, those old bats. I think we
Those were juiced, man.
affectionately
what.
called it gorilla ball back then.
If it tells you anything, I took Coach Thompson deep with one of those trampoline bats back in 1998.
We all know there's no reason that should have happened.
Right, and I had no chance. I'd say I hit a home run off him, but seriously, in inter-squad games in 1998 in the fall, we were teammates. Coach Thompson just absolutely toyed with me. I must have been 1 for 20 with 10 strikeouts, and I was a pretty good hitter. That hanging breaking ball smoked into right field. That'll get down in front of Sullivan for a single. Villanueva reaches with 1 out. First bad pitch we've seen from.
Yeah, hung that one. Villanueva sat back and did a good job lacing that thing in right field for base hit. So courtesy runner is number 3. As Quintana comes to the plate.
Melendez?
Yes, Brandon Melendez, I believe.
Isn't he
Well,
Wasn't he a pitcher last year?
Yeah, I think he hurt his arm or something, but he still runs.
Okay. He could throw. He could chuck it.
Yeah.
That pitch, that was kind of caught awkwardly. And it's 1-0 to Quintana, the pitcher / designated hitter. For the rest of the season, we're playing 9-inning games, folks. So we are
real baseball.
A third of the way through this one.
It's interesting getting to the postseason because every conference kind of makes their own doubleheader rules.
Right.
Teams will do.
Fly ball, shallow right. Sullivan didn't get a great jump on it, but he settles under it and makes the catch. 2 down.
Because of our geography back in California, we would play midweek single games on Tuesdays and Wednesday or Tuesday, Thursday, whatever, and then a doubleheader on Saturday. That was a 9 and a 7. But even those midweek games were all 9s. So the fact that we play the 4-game sets are all 7-inning doubleheaders and a 7 and 9, which I kind of like. I'm getting used to the 7 and 9 thing.
It's okay.
Makes you know you're going to get 2 7s in.
Little looper into left. Kelvin Perez turned all around, makes the catch. And that'll do it. Melendez on the year, by the way, 2 for 3 stealing bases. I was going to get that in before we move to the bottom of the 4th.
For you to get that in.
I don't care.
He was better than me rambling about the GSAC.
I wasn't even listening.
I stopped. You might as well have been muted.
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, who's the catcher? 27?
No, it's Villanueva.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a courtesy runner, so he's back.
He he's back in the game behind the plate. It'll be Eckley, Vargas, Leeser, and Santiago, hopefully, for the Pioneers in the bottom of the 4th. Let's watch a commercial.
All right.
Gotcha. I tweeted in the second, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Quintana versus Ebers, the Bobcats and Pioneers. MNU versus Peru State.
MNU, the center fielder, number 9, Jordan Eckley.
The 1 seed versus the 3 seed. These teams have battled the last 3-4 years at the top of the conference, and it's been a bunch of really fun, really tight games. Last year, the Pioneers swept Peru State at home. This year, Peru State returned the favor. That ball grounded up the middle. Santi Esteban handles. Throws to Silva, 1 pitch, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
The third baseman, number 12, Carlos Vargas.
I like the Spanish flair the PA guy puts on Vargas.
Sean Buck, even the Carlos Vargas.
Vargas.
Tip of the cap to Sean, who's helped us out with PA and music all week. We appreciate him. And scoreboard guy Donovan will be at Benedictine next year.
That pitch taken down and in for a strike. It's 0-1 to Vargas, who singled up the middle in the 2nd.
Everyone at the Joplin Sports Authority taking good care of us once again this year.
Breaking ball misses outside, 1-1.
Be our last year, hopefully here at Wendell Redden Stadium, moving over to Joe Becker Stadium on the other, not too far away, I don't think, but all turf field there. They've put in some new bleachers and nice press box. Coaches they are so excited about moving over there next year.
Fastball taken up and in. It's 2-1 on Vargas. Coach Thompson said he went by there
yeah, he
the
took
other
some
day
pictures and showed me.
Yeah, said it was awesome.
Yeah.
The 2-1. Good swing from Vargas. He was all over that fastball, but got on him a little quick, and he shanked it foul. It's 2-2.
Sean tells us a $10 million renovation to Becker Stadium. So it should be awesome.
Ripped towards short. Santi Esteban in the hole. Can't make the play. That'll be an infield single for Vargas.
Yeah, there's extensive seating down the line. I believe they have an independent team that plays there in the summers, but That'll be great for us, and I think it would, talking to some of the coaches,
Designated hitter number
be a great
25,
site
Smith.
to host an opening round in the future. I think it would be great for the conference.
The conference could host one.
Absolutely.
A few conferences do that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a school. It
Right.
can be a conference. So guarantee one of our teams playing in a familiar place and not too far from home.
Smoked up the middle, Leeser. That's tailing away a little bit from Killen, but he makes the catch. That was a line shot from Seth Leeser. Jumping on that first pitch fastball and hammered it.
The first baseman.
Hit that ball well.
Number
Just
14, Nelson.
Killen playing straight away. Took a couple steps in and to his right, but another good at-bat for Seth Leeser.
Tough luck for him. That'll bring up Nelson Santiago, who bunted into a fielder's choice his first time up. He'll get his chance to swing the bat against Quintana, who again checks on Carlos Vargas with 0 stolen base attempts and 0 chance of him attempting one right now. Another check on him. Vargas, I'm sure, is loving this.
I think Quintana's just toying with him.
I think you're right.
I think he's messing with him.
Well, I think he might. I mean, go ahead and throw one down the right field line. We'll take
Yeah.
that. First pitch to Santiago. Outside corner, strike 1. Really tough pitch from Quintana.
That'd be a great time to try and smack one down the left field line. Just take that outside fastball and let the ball do the work over there.
The 0-1. Breaking ball snaps over the middle of the plate. Wow.
Yeah, that's a really nice curveball.
This is no fun for the hitters. This guy, he's got draft potential for sure.
Yeah, he's legitimate. And this, got to figure both of these teams, the way they're playing, they've got an excellent shot if the Pioneers are able to secure an opening round spot. They'd have an excellent opportunity.
Oh, sure. Both of these teams, with the pitching staff Peru has, they can make a deep run.
Yeah.
And the Pioneer offense, the way it's clicking right now, I'm hoping we get another shot. It was fun last year going to the opening round for the first time. We went to Faulkner. Great host. Rude host on the mound.
Yeah.
They threw about 4 guys pumping 94 and swept through that opening round. But that was fun. We got a nice win against LSU Shreveport. That pitch misses up. It's 1-2.
That affectionately known as the circus game with all the scoring early
8
and the
runs in
pitching changes.
Yeah.
And
8 runs in the top of the first, and then a rain delay, and the whole game changed.
yeah, I was driving in my car listening to you call that thing. And
They eventually tied that game. Fastball misses way outside, 2-2.
you sound like you're going to have a panic attack when as that lead was
Yeah,
dribbling
you could
away.
Feel it. You
Yeah.
could feel it.
And those-
As soon as the rain delay happened, it
Yeah.
was as if you're like, all right, LSU now because they're like, all right, let's just start over.
Yeah.
And they chipped away. I think they had a 4-run inning and it was bad. Maybe even a 6-run inning. Breaking ball misses inside, and the count runs full. Vargas will actually get a stolen base attempt, sort of.
I think Santiago was trying to sell it. He got hit.
I
but,
thought so too.
Home plate umpire Scott Birch was uninterested
Yeah,
in
wasn't
his
having it.
appeals.
Vargas takes off, and a breaking ball. My goodness. Swung on and missed from Nelson Santiago. Quintana, he's fun to watch from a neutral observer, but not fun to watch as a Pioneer fan. That guy is filthy. Pioneers pick up another base hit. We move to the top of the 5th. Scoreless. What else do you want to talk about?
Well,
Last year we talked about the music I listened to on the way up here.
yeah, that's right. We did. I forgot about
We
that.
talked about the Gaithers and,
yeah, the Gaithers.
and Eminem.
What did you listen to this morning?
This morning, I went through, I actually broke out my CD case, which is a relic. you know.
Yeah.
That people don't have CD cases anymore. I dug mine out.
Yeah, I have a few, but
And I pulled out Michelle Branch. Do you remember Michelle?
of course.
Michelle Branch.
That was the gosh, I'm trying to remember that her hit song that she had.
She had a million of them on that first CD. It was a huge hit.
Yeah.
And then she disappeared. I haven't
Yeah.
heard from her since.
Yeah. Good singer.
Yeah. and so my voice is shot trying to keep up with Michelle Branch because that is not, you're not supposed to sing
It's a
along.
little out of your range,
Yeah.
I think.
Well,
I'm guessing.
it should be, but I try for it, and my voice is shot.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised at my high register.
Well, we could tell people that I knew the Kaggereis song before I knew Edelweiss.
Right. For those of you unfamiliar with the shenanigans on Pioneer Sports Network last year, the shortstop for Benedictine's name was Kaggereis.
Still Josh Kaggereis.
Right,
Will be here.
still is.
Yeah,
And
it's
last
all right.
year, Gordy replaced Edelweiss with Kaggereis and sang a verse on the air, and it was beautiful.
It was award-winning.
Right. And that song, of course, you know, it's one of the beautiful songs in the history of music.
Somehow I made it 37-plus years without knowing that song.
Right. That ball ripped down the line. First pitch swinging is McGinnity, and he's going to try for two. Kelvin Perez has a gun. Throws to second, but it's wide. Leadoff double for Peru State. He jumped on that first pitch, smoked it by a diving Carlos Vargas.
The first baseman, number 20, Jordan Silva.
Top of the fifth. That is the Bobcats' fourth base hit. And the Pioneers will try to work out of some trouble. Silva will most likely be bunting here. He is the 8-hole first baseman.
0-4-0, not 0-3 or 0-5.
Not bunting. Swinging away into right center. Eckley has to run a mile. He's not going to get there. That drops in. I don't think Sullivan ever saw that. That's another double, and Peru State leads 1-0.
Yeah, Sullivan never moved, and the sun is
behind him.
behind him. So he, you know, and earlier today there was one of the outfielders had the same trouble locating the ball
Number 16.
from right field. So I don't know if there's just a bad backdrop from where he's looking at, but I was shocked. I thought Sullivan would be able to run that down, but he didn't move till it was almost on the ground.
No, I don't think he ever saw that.
No.
And the background is the sun shining off these bleachers for him. He's not going to be able to pick up the ball very well. It was clear on that one. Again, Peru State, no sign of a bunt. This is Phillips, the 9-hole. Silva at second. Nobody out. 2 pitches and 2 doubles after a relatively uneventful game. Phillips on the year hitting .241. He has 1 sacrifice. Peru doesn't bunt very much. They hit bombs.
With the sticks they got, they don't need to.
Cutter catches the outside corner, called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, good job framing that pitch by Brandon Marrero. I thought that was outside, but I think he convinced the umpire that that was on the corner.
Scott has a pretty wide zone. We've seen that pitch called
He'll
a
call it
strike.
low and wide. He doesn't like the top of the zone as much.
Ripped
but
again. That's into left field for a single, past a diving Vargas. They will hold the runner at third. First and third, nobody out. Peru State putting some swings together against Ebers now.
Yeah, second time through. Some better swings here from the Bobcats. And that ball wasn't necessarily hit terribly hard, but
He did square it up. It was a 3-hopper past Vargas to Vargas's left. First and third, nobody out for the top of the order. It's 2-0. No, 1-0. Okay. And they were trying to safety squeeze there. It's almost an indefensible play, first and third. The first baseman has to hold the runner. If you just bunt it to the first baseman, there's really no defense for it. If it's a good bunt at all, the guy can just walk home. Phillips would move to second, and it's even tough to get the runner at first.
yeah, good bunt either line with Speedy Alonso.
Fouled away, 0-2. Peru State, this inning, obviously has the strategy of swinging early and often, not letting Ebers get comfortable with that cutter. Flown into right. Sullivan sees this one. He will have a play at the plate. He catches the ball, fires home. One hop. Why? Why?
Oh.
Did Nelson get a piece of that?
Yeah, I think so.
And they're going to check at third. No, he did not leave early, and that's another run for.
Well, I thought you have to
Peru
step on
State.
the rubber and appeal first anyways, but
No,
maybe
they
not.
changed that actually this
Okay.
year. They said you can go right ahead and just do it.
Okay.
So sacrifice fly into right field. That was a good throw to the plate, and I think it tipped off of Nelson Santiago's glove.
It would have been interesting to see if
It
he
would have
hadn't
been close,
touched
yeah.
that. Yeah, I'm not certain he would have been out, but it would have been a very close play, and Marrero would have had a chance.
That pitch misses in on Killen. It's 1-0.
I'd like to see Evers take a little bit longer pause out there. Looks like he's
Blowing through the set.
a little bit, getting close. There was a balk called last night and one the night before as well.
Back goes the runner, and he hits it through the vacated hole. That'll be first and third, one out. Peru State circling the bases now. For one of the top hitters in the conference, Randy Santiago.
And not the guy you want to see at the plate if you're a Pioneer fan.
And Jeff Mulliken out to talk to Ebers. One pitch away, Santiago. Well, let's have a look. Hitting .425, and he's 1 for 2 this game. 9 home runs, 18 doubles, a triple, slugging .695, and gets on base at a .480 clip for an OPS of 5.7, 11.71. He has grounded into 2 double plays on the season. Pioneers are looking for that right now. Killen running at first. He's 10 for 12 stealing bases. You know that he'll be off trying to avoid the double play. Zach Stinnett heads down to the bullpen for the Pioneers.
Yeah, you got to figure Killen's going to be in motion at some point here.
Peru State trying to step on the throat of the Pioneers right now. This is their opportunity to put this game away with their stud on the mound. 2 runs is not insurmountable, but 3 and 4, it starts to look like, a blowout when you got Quintana on the mound.
Yeah, this is a big sequence here for Ebers and the Pioneers. I'm going to wonder if Sandy Esteban will take a pitch or swing through one to give Killen a chance to get down to second.
Ebers comes set. Vargas is holding the runner at third. That's kind of interesting. Called strike 1. Fastball in under the hands. It's 0-1. To the best hitter on the best team in the conference. I've heard this is a way to kind of thwart the squeeze a little bit. You hold them on like a first baseman and come off hard when the guy, when the pitcher throws the ball. Wild pitch back to the screen. They have a chance at the plate. But Marrero didn't realize it and threw it late, buried the throw.
Yeah, Marrero looked shocked that he had as much time as he did, and if he turns and fires, I think he's out.
Absolutely.
But he hesitated and threw that one in the dirt. No chance for Ebers to pick it up.
Evers absolutely buried that pitch. No chance for Marrero. Didn't seem like anybody was yelling at him to, you got to play at the plate or whatever, and it didn't seem like they communicated well on the relay either.
Yeah.
Freshman catcher smashed it down the left field line. That'll get to the corner. Killen will score easily. Santi Esteban on his way to second. He will pull up there. Evers getting knocked around now in the top of the 5th.
The catcher, number 27.
Yeah, first time through, he looked good and had to hit some balls to the outfield okay, but did okay. But the second time through, the Bobcats have not looked fooled at all. And hit quite a few balls hard.
Villanueva now hitting for the Bobcats. He's 1 for 2. He's singled last inning. Grounder towards second. Marrero handles. Throws to first. Santiago moves to third. 2 down.
Ground ball the Pioneers needed a few batters ago and didn't get.
Adam Quintana, the pitcher DH, trying to give himself a 5-run cushion here with a 2-out knock. 4 runs against a guy with a sub-1 ERA is...
It's not looking...
a tall order.
Yeah, I would say the percentages are not in the favor of the Pioneers.
First pitch in the dirt, blocked by Marrero. It's 1-0. Wow. Called strike several inches off the outside corner. It's 1-1. 8 hits for Peru State. Ebers looked really good through 4. They're squaring him up now in the 5th inning. That was his 60th pitch, 42 strikes and 18 balls.
They've been right there on the plate. I don't know if that cutter just doesn't have the same movement it did earlier, if they've just figured it out second time through.
Grounded up the middle. Base hit for Quintana. He claps his hands on the way to first. Just gave himself a 5-0 lead, and that seems like a mountain right now.
The left fielder, number 24, Seth Wellston.
A courtesy run for Quintana. What do we got here?
And you got to wonder how much longer the Pioneers will stick with Ebers and where they're getting hit around here. 5-0 now, Donovan.
Number 8 is running at first. That is Santiago.
Is it 8 or 3 was their other? Oh, you probably have to have a different courtesy runner. Yeah, probably.
If it's in the same inning, you do, but did Villanueva reach this inning?
Yeah, but I think he ran for him earlier. I don't know. He'll turn around eventually.
He was twisting. I thought it was 8. Do you have a roster? He's very small. He's number 3, the same size.
Let's find out. Melendez is 5'10". Sontag is 5'7". This kid is definitely 5'7".
Yeah.
So I would say that's Matthew
Sontag.
Sontag.
Okay, that pitch taken inside on Walston. It's 2-0. Called strike. 2-1. The thing is, the Pioneers they're not going to go burning through their bullpen to try to stay in this game.
Yeah.
I think once you get down in a game like this, you have to start thinking about Monday. There goes the runner. A little blooper over the shortstop's head. That'll drop into left field. He's going to go for 2. 2. And nobody saw him coming. Nobody's yelling. Nobody's communicating. And that's a straight double for Walston.
Yeah, this is almost a total opposite of last night, where the Pioneers got all the early breaks. You know, things were falling in just the right spot for them and capitalizing on opportunities. Where tonight everything's going against them. And
that'll do it for Ebers. Here comes Coach Thompson. And it's gotten ugly here in the top of the 5th. They had him easily at second if they were paying attention. They had him at home earlier if they were paying attention. I think the throw from right on the sac fly. There's been several mistakes and several rockets, and that's what happens in a 5-run inning. That'll do it for Ebers. They're going to bring in Zach Stinnett. And it just kind of snowballed on the Pioneers here in the 5th. Stinnett on the year. Is 1-0 with a 4.34 ERA. This is his 25th appearance. He has 4 saves. In 37 and 1/3 innings pitched, he's given up 31 hits, struck out 16, and opponents are hitting .220 against him. He's a soft contact guy.
Yeah, like you started to say, the Pioneers at this point got to start thinking about Monday, and if this game gets out of hand, then I think Coach Thompson's already said expect to see Carlos Vargas get the start, but you don't want to burn too many arms and an already thin bullpen. And
right, day off tomorrow, so that everyone will be ready to go Monday.
Need to get to that championship game if it's against the Bobcats, which it would be at this point. And,
that's the thing. You got to play this tournament strategically.
Right.
You don't have to win it. You have to finish runner-up to Peru State or win it.
Yeah.
So if Peru State wins this game, which you don't want to give up in baseball, it's never over till it's over, but we're going to be realistic here. It's a tall order to put up 5 runs against this team. So just assuming that the score stays the same, the Pioneers need to win that game on Monday to advance to nationals.
Yeah,
that's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's that simple. So you try and keep this, get out of this inning, and then see if you can get anything going offensively, which pretty much nobody has against Quintana, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. And
right.
And with this offense, for sure, there's always the opportunity to string together a couple runs. But most importantly, you got to kill this rally before it gets really ugly.
We're in the top of the 5th. I haven't even updated my own scoreboard. Grief. 5-0. We're in the top of the 5th. Peru State leads 5-0. Ebers has been removed from the game. He allowed 10 hits, 5 runs, and he's responsible for 2 more. They run a pick play behind Walston. Done that 3 or 4 times this year. As Stinnett enters the game, they try to run a pick play quickly.
Yeah, might as well. If you could steal an out and get out of an inning.
The first time we tried it, we absolutely had it. Out by 5 feet, and Brandt just clanked it.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often.
No, that was so bizarre. Grounder towards Brandt. He fields on a couple hops, fires to first, and that'll do it. 1 pitch for Stinnett ends the inning. Pioneers are in big trouble, down 5-0. We'll be back.
Leadoff for MNU, the second baseman, number 11, Santiago Romero.
Santiago Romero leads off the bottom of the 5th for the Pioneers. A 5-run top of the 5th has blown this game open for Peru State. Pioneers have a mountain to climb against one of the best pitchers in the country, Adam Quintana. First pitch misses upstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Swung on and missed. A high fastball. It's 1-1. Santi grounded into a double play in the 2nd. Pioneers had 1st and 2nd. Nobody out, and 2 pitches later, the inning was over. Ball grounded towards short. Santi Esteban throws to first. 1 away. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. A bunt back to the pitcher. Got the force out at 3rd, and the next pitch was a 4-6-3 double play. Kelvin Perez now. He struck out swinging in the third after a decently lengthy at bat. Fastball misses down and in. It's 1-0. Perez, big power. 7 home runs on the year. Check swing. Pitch missed down. And they rung him up. They appealed to the first base umpire. He said he went. I agree, and it's 1-1. Next pitch is fouled away, 1-2. The 1-2. Breaking ball, grounded weakly up the middle. Santiago fields and makes the play, 2 down.
The catcher, number 30, Marrero.
Brandon Marrero grounded out to second in the third inning. He's 0 for 1. Quintana is about to throw his 60th pitch in 4 2/3 innings. Marrero is a very free swinger. He may take a hack at the first one. Misses in the dirt, away. It's 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Time was called at the plate, no pitch. Quintana is asking what's going on. I gave you plenty of time. He completed his motion and his pitch, threw a fastball right down the middle, and now he's going to have to walk. He's walking off the mound trying to collect himself. He got a little bit upset there, realizes that, hey, I'm up 5-0, I'm facing the 9-hole. Let's just settle the brain a little bit and get back after it. He shakes off a sign. I don't know what could possibly be coming here other than a 2-0 fastball, but he threw a breaking ball. Interesting decision.
And he certainly looks out of sorts.
Yeah.
After that time call.
That might be something to spark something. You never know. If he walks Marrero and Clayton Brandt launches one out of the yard, you're suddenly sort of back in it.
Right guy coming up if you're going to start a 2-out rally.
Marrero will certainly take the next 2 pitches. Quintana pours one over for a strike. It's 3-1. Give him the take sign, Coach A. If you don't give him the take sign, he will swing at it. The 3-1. He did swing at it. Fouled it off. It's a full count.
It was a decent pitch to swing at, too.
I mean, yeah, sure. It was going to be a strike regardless.
Yeah, I don't think that was a bad one to swing at there.
Full count, 2 outs. The full count pitch. Breaking ball misses up. Interesting breaking ball is thrown to a 9-hole hitter who's hitting about 100 on the year. And that brings up Clayton Brandt. Jordan McLeod will take over at first base. Courtesy runner.
That's a free bag for the Pioneers.
Jordan McLeod on the year, 24 for 28 stealing bases. There are 4 Pioneers that have at least 24 steals. McLeod's 24 for 28, Eckley 24 for 25, Sullivan 25 for 30, and Brandt 35 for 39. Won't be stealing here. We need Brandt to drive one out of the yard. He does, but it's foul, and it's 0-1.
Definitely breezy out there. Clayton, not that he couldn't do it. He's got the pop for sure, but
especially with a 90s fastball.
Yeah,
He'd his square one up. He'd be able to get one out.
Yeah, his best bet might be right center if he could really.
That was really carrying on that one hit.
Yeah,
where Sullivan didn't. See it.
That ball really took off. I think he
going.
Could drive one out by the scoreboard. He'd have a
check on McLeod at first. He's back.
I don't know if he could. Pulling one down the line might be tough to sail through this wind. Seems to have picked up since the game started.
Brandt is 1 for 2. He flied out on the first pitch he saw. Singled on an 0-2 pitch. His next at bat takes that breaking ball for a ball. It's 1-1.
First sign of control problems from Quintana here in the 5th.
Any frustration at all.
Yeah.
That pitch misses down in the dirt, 2-1. Now, 68 pitches, that's nothing. If you can make him throw 10 extra in this inning than he should have, you start to chip away and hopefully see somebody else. The 2-1. Fouled straight back. Brandt frustrated with himself. That's the best pitch he'll see this at bat most likely, and he missed it. 2-2.
Yeah, I think he felt like that's one he could have gotten on, on top of.
Up and out over the plate.
He was going to drive one. That was it.
It'd be an interesting choice to send McLeod now, because if he's thrown out, then you got Brandt leading off next inning. Not running. That pitch was off speed. Brandt waited nicely and fouled it back. It's still 2-2.
Seems like the Pioneers have just decided to keep the space open for Brandt in case he shoots one to right field here.
Good battle between two of the top players in the country. The 2-2. Breaking ball misses in the dirt. Full count. McLeod will be off on this delivery. If I'm Peru State, I'm putting Silva behind him. They're not. He's holding them on. Apparently, I am smarter
Yeah, that's interesting to.
than all of Peru. No. Full count pitch. Breaking ball misses down. Brandt was all over that. Wow.
Yeah,
I would not have. Two straight full count breaking ball walks. And the Pioneers actually now, suddenly, not suddenly, it's been 10 pitches, but the inning has been extended. And if Sullivan can gap one, we've got great speed all over the place. Great speed at second, great speed at first, great speed at the plate, and great speed on deck. That doesn't really help you, though. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Pioneers trail 5-0. Sullivan at the plate. 2 out, 2 on. Back-to-back walks from Quintana. Grounds the first pitch to second. 2-hopper. Alonso makes the play, and that'll do it. Sullivan knew that Quintana would throw him a first pitch fastball, and that's a good opportunity to jump on it. Just got on top of it. Well, that was a letdown.
Yeah, it's disappointing to get a couple guys on and a first pitch,
Right.
kind of hapless ground ball. But you're right. I mean, if Sullivan was going to get a good pitch to hit, it was probably going to be the first one
I
after
don't mind it at all.
a couple of walks.
A lot of people get upset with first pitch outs, but
Well, you got to understand situations
yeah,
too.
sometimes it's a first pitch homer or double as well,
Yeah.
and those are just as devastating the other way.
Yeah, especially after 2 long at bats. Quintana was struggling a little bit. Hadn't been able to locate the breaking ball the last 2 batters. So
maybe make him throw a couple. I don't know.
yeah, well,
You need to attack a fastball, but you also have a pitcher who's struggling as much as you're going to see a guy like that struggle.
yeah, without a doubt.
It's a tough call. I don't mind it. Basically, is my point. I don't mind that he was being aggressive.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick your spots and
Try
trust
to
a guy like Sullivan at the top of the order to.
try to ambush a fastball.
Yeah. Like you said, if he hits one, into the gap or maybe squeezes one down the line, then good chance both guys would have scored. Brandt would have had a good jump and.
Science.
This is out the 6 for Peru State. The first baseman, number 20, Jordan Silva.
Has your nose been bleeding this whole time, or is it just running? Oh.
Scoreboard guy Donovan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been
Allergies?
He's been here the whole time.
That first pitch to Silva misses. Stinnett back out there. Silva's 2 for 2 with a double, an RBI, and a run scored. He got the scoring started in the 5th, I think, right? No, that was McGinnity. He got the scoring started, but McGinnity led off the inning. That pitch called a strike. It's a 1-1. Another breaking ball from Stinnett. Singled in the 3rd, doubled in the 5th. Another breaking ball. Misses up. It's 2-1. the 2-1. Grounded up the middle. Brandt is there. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 16, Chase Phillips.
That's a legit PA voice right there. Nice.
Our host, Craig Hall, filling in last couple batters and showing off his skills.
Now the original guy's like, what about me? I didn't do
Yeah, he'll be back on Monday, so.
Nice. That was Gordy Wetmore-esque right there.
Yeah, that did have some
That sharp.
Wetmore-like qualities to it.
First pitch misses. It's 1-0. Second pitch to Phillips is fouled away. The count evens at 1.
How is the Reverend? I haven't seen him lately.
I saw him. He's good. I mean, he's Gordy. He's awesome. He's taking master's classes for Theological Seminary there. And that's grounded up the middle. Got to get through into center for a single. And that'll bring up the top of the order, Alonso, with 1 out.
Yeah, you look at those last 2 batters. The one before, Brandt was almost right up the middle,
Right.
easy ground ball. That ball was hitting the exact same spot, but because Brandt was shaded way over to the left side, that one squeezed through for a base hit.
I feel like that's been the biggest evolution in baseball the last 5-10 years is the defensive alignments.
Yeah.
Obviously, the shift you see exaggerated, but they've got so much data on every hitter that they know where he's going to hit each type of pitch. And if you hit your spot as a pitcher, your defense should be there for you. Obviously, if you miss, then that happens. First pitch by Alonso popped up to second. Caught by Santiago Romero. 2 down.
The center fielder, number 2, Kyle Killian.
I'll bring up Kyle Killen. 2 outs. Phillips at first base. Killen is 1 for 3 with a run scored. He struck out in the first. Grounded to short in the third and singled to right field in the 5th.
No, because I just did this like I got it.
Kelvin Perez still playing in the next county out there in left field.
Yeah, you can only figure it.
Breaking ball misses in the dirt. Taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
And they are shaded way over.
Yeah.
I mean, Perez is playing in left center.
Right.
He's not even in left anymore.
No. And the infield is straight up. The outfield shifted way over to the opposite field. And he lines it into left. Perez has a long way to go. Phillips will try to go to third. Nope. He pulls up at second.
He wasn't going to get that even if he had been straight away, but
No.
you see just how far over he was.
And that's another missed spot from the pitcher, not pitching to the defense. And that's what happens.
The shortstop, number 17, Randy Santiago.
Man, I feel like he's been up every inning. This is his 4th at bat. We're in the 6th. He's 2 for 3 with a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Peru State inserted their dominance over the conference all year. Hanging breaking ball smoked to second, and it's off his hand. They're going to make the turn. They're going to try to go for home, and that throw's missed. Stinnett not backing up, and 2 runs will score.
I didn't even know it was there.
That's just really ugly. It was an E4 in the first place, then another E4.
2 errors
Yeah,
on that play.
2 errors on that play by Santiago Romero. And that wasn't the ugly part. You're going to make errors, but the throw went right through the wickets of Brandon Marrero, and Stinnett was not backing up where he should have been, so that allowed another run to score.
The catcher, number 27, Scout Villanueva.
He reached first on the misplayed grounder. Go ahead and take the play-by-play.
I will. Villanueva up here with runner on second and 2 down. Pioneers looking to get out of this one without any more damage, but down 7-0 here in the top of the 6th. Villanueva squares the bunt, but fouls it off on the left side, 0-1.
So Killen advanced.
Villanueva's grounded out to second twice. He singled to right in the 4th. 1 for 3 in the game. Batted each of the last 3 innings, as the Bobcats have cranked up the offense here and scored 7 times. Take a 7-0 lead. 0-1 pitch is on the outside corner. It's 0-2.
All right, so what that play looks on the play-by-play.
I think you're missing a run.
7-0. Whoops.
Killen's only at first.
What?
Live
Oh,
stats
yeah,
shows-
it hasn't refreshed yet.
Okay.
The 0-2. Flown into center. Eckley retreats a few steps. He'll make the catch, and the inning mercifully comes to an end. 2 unearned runs score for the Peru, and they lead 7-0. So on the play-by-play, that reads, Santiago reached on the error. Chase Phillips advanced to third on the batted ball. He scored on the error. Kyle Killen advanced to second on the batted ball, advanced to third on the previous error, and then scored on another error. Sosa a few years ago, or maybe that was a dog in
Leading off for the Pioneers.
The Westminster
yeah,
Kennel.
The winner was Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa.
That's funny.
Firing line was second, and Dortmund was third.
Grounded down the line, fair ball. Eckley will make the turn and head to second. It's a leadoff double for the Pioneer center fielder. It's interesting. Remember, in the 70s, the biggest sports in the world were heavyweight boxing and horse racing.
Sure.
And both of those sports seem absolutely dead right now.
Yeah, I mean, boxing is kind of...
Especially the heavyweight division.
Yeah, oh, yeah, the heavyweight division's been dead for years.
Can you name the
well, I know
champ?
there's the Klitschko's. I don't know who else is any good.
Do you know who the champ is? Is it
No,
one
I
of
think
them?
it's still one of the Klitschko's. But there's like 18 belts in each division, so...
Right.
It's, doesn't really pertain as well. It's kind of... Seems like it's either still the Latin community, which still loves its boxing, but
Right.
more in Europe, I think, now than anything else.
That first pitch to Vargas misses up and in. He's had the best at-bats against Quintana. He's 2 for 2.
Whereas our generation, I think, is more the UFC,
Right.
the MMA.
Do you think that'll get as big as boxing was in the 70s? Does it seem...
Well, I
seems
think
like
it's
growing
almost
pretty well.
there already.
That pitch misses up and away. 2-0. Vargas is seeing Quintana perfectly fine. And 2 hits are the result.
I mean, it's a different dynamic, but I
Right.
still think it's pretty huge.
Taken for a strike on the inside corner. A good pitch to take and a great pitch from Quintana. 2-1.
It's television thing just changes it because those were just both huge viewing events
Right.
back then.
Right,
You
right.
watched the Derby, you watched Wide World of Sports to see the big fights, and
Yeah.
where the other sports were much more listened to versus seen.
Right.
Baseball and football and basketball, you only saw them in the playoffs. Where the big fights and the horse races were
3-1.
semi-regular.
Misses in, ball 4. Vargas again. Seeing Quintana perfectly fine. And that'll bring up Leeser. Pioneers have a chance to cut into this lead. The first 2 runners have reached.
I think right guy at the plate here if you're the Pioneers. Had
Sure.
great at-bats all weekend and
walked in the second, lined out sharply in the fourth to center field.
Yeah, hit that ball really well. If he could tail one into the gap in left center here, you'd have something going. Not sure Vargas legs it out or not, but
Right.
get it to second and third with a run home and nobody out, you're in good shape.
Vargas, or Lisa, attacked the first pitch last time. Takes a breaking ball for a ball. It's a 1-0. I think horse racing needs that Triple Crown winner. They haven't had one since '78 or whatever it was. That's basically my whole life. They've had a few chances and come up short. And those Sundays when you're watching the Preakness for a Triple Crown, those have been big viewing audiences. But they haven't had that guy to be a star after that. What am I talking about? Jeez. It's 1-0. Quintana wants to talk to Villanueva to get their signs straight with a runner on second.
I have that effect on broadcasts.
How did I get on horse racing? I brought up horse racing.
Yeah, don't blame that on me.
Yeah.
I derailed Missouri Valley last night. With theirs,
I guess 7-0 games tend to drift into horse racing
bring
sometimes.
out the best. That and Gordy.
Right.
Fortunately, everyone knows who we're talking about, or almost.
Driven into right field. That'll be a base hit. They will hold. No, they're sending Eckley. Play at the plate, and he is in there. Barely. Wow, what a risky send down 7-0. But Eckley's speed made up for that great throw from Phillips. It was right there, but Eckley was flying. He's the fastest guy we got. And it's 7-1. Eckley's all fired up. He's not ready to quit. I am, but he's not. Good thing I'm not playing.
And Villanueva, he fielded that on the first base side. I think if he gets that, right in front of the plate, Eckley's out. But a great slide by Eckley, and Villanueva had to cover a lot of distance and just slid in under the tag. Scott Birch, our home plate umpire, had a great view of it, as did we. And
He was safe.
Yeah, definitely. No argument from Wayne Albury in the Peru State dugout.
I'll bring up Nelson Santiago. Takes the first pitch down and in for a ball. Pioneers have been ahead in the count this inning.
Yeah, it looks like we've got some movement in the Peru State bullpen. Can't see who it is yet, but perhaps we'll identify somebody shortly.
That misses up 2-0.
And ever since that time call, it's just rattled Quintana, and he has not been able to find that release point. That'll bring Coach Wayne Albury out of the dugout for
such a strange thing to be upset about.
Yeah.
It was no big deal. It was a 2-0 pitch. Marrero may have gotten something in his eye. I don't think he was trying to mess with the timing or anything. He was ahead in the count 2-0. Quintana, they called time, Marrero calls time. Quintana delivers the pitch, and then he shrugs, and he was visibly upset about it. And since then, the Pioneers have had really good at-bats.
Yeah, he has not been nearly as sharp, especially with that breaking ball. And I don't see anybody getting loose quite yet.
I don't think
a little
they have,
stirring, but
I've heard that their bullpen is even thinner than
yeah,
MNU's.
I think it really is.
MNU's only 2 or 3 deep.
They brought in
And they ride their starters hard.
Timothy Patterson the other night briefly, but
good hack from Nelson Santiago. I like the aggression there. After a mound visit and a 2-0 pitch, you're going to get a hittable fastball, but he fouled it off.
yeah, just a little bit late on that one, but might as well take a hack.
The 2-1. Smoked into right. That'll get down for a base hit. The runners had to hold briefly. They will stop Vargas at third. And the bases are loaded. Nobody out.
Especially after that last throw. Didn't expect to see Vargas sent home.
11, Santiago Romero.
Looks like the Bobcats will be in at the corners, and expect the middle to probably play double play depth here.
Absolutely.
Trade
Up by
off.
6. They're just trying to play for outs here.
Yeah, I'll take an out, especially or out or two if they could
Right.
give away a run. I'm happy to do that.
Santiago Romero on the season. Hitting .323, 7 doubles, 2 home runs, 19 RBIs. He grounded into a double play in the second and grounded out to short in the 5th.
Yeah, no one loosening up yet.
Swung on and missed. A big swing from Santi, probably a little too big, and that slowed him down. Didn't allow him to get to that fastball. 6 hole is wide open, the 5.5 hole, according to the late, great Tony Gwynn.
Thank you.
That pitch taken right down the middle for a strike. He was looking for something else, and it's 0-2. Both of our favorite players, if I am correct. That was your favorite guy, right?
Yep.
Well, he's my all-time favorite as well.
Absolutely.
I wasn't even a San Diego guy. You're a San Diego.
I am. I'm a San Diegan, so.
Little liner towards short. Brilliant play from Santi Esteban. They're going to get 2 outs, maybe even 3. They only got 1.
Wow. That had triple play written all over it.
Well, he should have tagged the runner and then tagged second. They would have had an easy double play.
Yeah, I think
I've never seen that because Vargas didn't score, and this is a fielder's choice.
Leeser did well to tie up Santi Esteban.
Yeah.
Wasn't called out of the baseline by our third base umpire.
Now, was he out 6-5, or did Santi Esteban tag?
I think it was 6 unassisted. I don't
Okay,
think I think he ran him down.
Bizarre play.
Yeah, that was weird.
I'll try to explain it in a second. That first pitch was blazing. That was a good fastball from Quintana. Misses down to 1-0 to Kelvin Perez. It was a soft looping liner to short. Santi Esteban could have fielded it in the air. All 3 runners were holding, but he let it drop.
Scoreboard, Donovan. It's 1-0. There we go.
Santi Esteban let the ball drop.
Was it 1-0 or 1-1?
Now they got Vargas picked at third, and he is out. Matt Ellison yelling at the umpire saying he blew that call. Huge, huge play. A timing pick play at third, beautifully done by Peru State, but Coach Allison and Vargas were both really upset with that call.
Is it 1-0? It's 1-0 is the count. That's
1-0.
right.
Now the Pioneers, so it's 2 outs, bases loaded, no runs in. Perez pops it up mile high. Santi Esteban makes the catch in shallow left, and that's it. What a turn of events. The Pioneers had a chance to get back in this thing, and they come up empty. Again, I'll try to explain.
Yeah, I'll
play.
help you out while you're finishing that. Santi Esteban, I think, wisely chose to let that drop, knowing he could probably get more than 1 out. Kind of fumbled the ball a little bit, and Leeser, who was between second and third, stayed out of the tag. And instead of flipping it over to second, Santi Esteban just kind of followed Leeser towards third. Carlos Vargas dove back in, got back to third base. So the Bobcats only got 1 out on the play when they could have gotten 2 or maybe even 3.
If he would have tagged Leeser immediately, stepped on second,
And turned to first.
That may have confused Vargas enough to get him in a rundown at third or fire to first.
Yeah,
right.
there were a couple options for a triple play there, but
yeah, Leeser avoided the tag immediately, and so Santi Esteban had to chase him to third. Vargas never tried to advance, and at that point he had to. But when he tagged Leeser, suddenly the force was removed. Vargas did not have to advance, dove back into third, and then
that was all sorts of weird.
And then got picked off. Now Pioneers, that was a legit shot they had to get to Quintana. They had a walk in there, I think, and a few hard hit balls. Like they were on him.
Yeah, that was a golden opportunity to, cut that lead, maybe even in half. Instead, just a single run. Six innings in the books. The Pioneers down 7-1.
What a heady play from Santi Esteban. It was in my head when the ball was in the air.
Yeah,
I'm like, if he short hops this, we're in trouble. And he absolutely did it.
He
that
did,
was great.
Sure.
That's just baseball instincts taking over. And I'm as instinctual as Randy Santi Esteban.
Apparently, you guys are the same player.
Right. That pitch misses Quintana now is the hitter, and that first pitch breaking ball from Stinnett misses. Quintana's 1 for 3 with a 2-out RBI. He did that in the 5th inning. The 1-0. Fouled away, 1-1. Now, the only similarities between Randy Santiesteban and yours truly is that we both played NAIA baseball.
He bats right-handed, you bat left-handed, correct?
That's true, yeah.
Okay. I'm starting with the differences now.
Right. That ball flared into right, caught by Sullivan. Who's texting me? Somebody, one of my listeners, one of my fans texting me. Let's see what we got.
One of our 4 listeners.
Nope.
Oh. Your brother?
Yeah.
The left fielder, number 24, Seth Walston.
A Dos Equis commercial, you know those?
The most interesting man in the
Yeah.
world.
A football announcer is still yelling goal from the time he scored in 1992. I like that one.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right.
I like it. Not that we...
Is that because he's listening or just because he
No, he's
happened
not.
to randomly?
He's not listening. He's just
Okay.
texting. We like to talk about that guy. Not that we would ever endorse Dos Equis on Pioneer Sports Network.
Right, we're not talking about drinking beer. We're just talking about
No.
the entertainment value of their commercials.
Yes.
Could be, could be for Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo. For
Hey,
all
those
we care.
people support some things that... Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kidding.
I don't either.
Did he swing at that pitch?
Yes, he did.
All right. Walston swings at a breaking ball. It's 1-1. My fastball misses up and away, 2-1. I'll try to get back on the rails here. It's the top of the 7th. I'm just all sorts of messed up.
Well, Chad does like 5 jobs during a game, so
Right. At least I'm not switching cameras. I used to do that as well.
that's a lot.
Kind of wish I was, though. That'd be sweet. That pitch misses away. It's 3-1 to Walston.
Well, maybe next year.
Walston is 1 for 3 with a double.
I would assume by next year we'll be able to figure that out and run that center field cam.
Check swing, ball in the dirt. He takes a walk. Stinnett wants a check. Nope, no swing. And that's a 1-out walk for Walston. To bring up
Third baseman,
McGinnity.
Number 13, Mark McGinnity.
McGinnity turned this game around, I feel like. First pitch of the top of the 5th in a game that both pitchers were cruising, and it just felt like nobody was ever going to do anything.
Yeah, you were kind of waiting to see who was going to get something going. And,
Right.
And
The
he
first
was-
pitch of the top of the 5th, he hammered it down the line, and the next pitch was also hammered, and they put up 5 runs before it was all said and done. First pitch fouled away by McGinnity, and it's 0-1. He's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. It seemed like both teams were feeling each other out.
Yeah, since we were talking about boxing, it's kind of
Right.
like a fight where couple of prize fighters, and these teams are definitely good enough that that's an
Sure.
appropriate analogy.
Stinnett checks on Walston at first. He's back safely, and it seems like McGinnity just fired a haymaker and landed one.
It landed and
Yeah.
kind of stunned the Pioneers, and by
Yeah.
the time they recovered, it was 5-0.
Runner goes. Marrero fires to second. The pitch was called a strike. The throw bounces a couple times and gets away. It's a stolen base for Walston. Strike 2 on McGinnity. That is Walston's 12th stolen base in 13 attempts. Oh, 2. Fastball misses outside, 1-2. We're in the top of the 7th. Peru State leads 7-1. They have 12 hits. The Pioneers have 6. Pioneers have also committed 2 errors. That happened on the same play. That was in the 6th inning. Stinnett comes set and delivers. Woo! Breaking ball misses just outside. I don't know how he took it, and I don't know how Scott didn't call it. It's 2-2.
Yeah, it just broke off the outside edge. And
He'll give you that spot if it's a fastball running back.
yeah,
But the breaking balls that are sliding even further away, those are the ones you don't get as much.
yeah.
The 2-2 fouled straight back. We'll do it again.
Yeah, McGinnity recognized the previous pitch and checked that swing.
Marrero and Stinnett trying to get their signs together with a runner on second. And we'll reset. Stinnett steps off. 2-2 count with one out. Walston at second. McGinnity at the plate. Peru State leads 7-1. We are in the winner's bracket game. The winner of this game advances to the championship round. The loser plays an elimination game Monday at 1. Breaking ball hangs and is roped foul down the third baseline. Let's not throw that one again.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing that was as up in the zone as it was. If
Right.
it had dropped down in, it may have gone a long ways.
Missouri Valley and Benedictine play after this game. The winner of that one will play the loser of this one on Monday.
1 o'clock.
The 2-2. Looks like a change-up, pulled glove side in the dirt.
Good
And
block.
it's a full count.
Good block by Marrero there. Keep Walston at second base.
If Peru State hangs on to win this game, then that Monday at 1 o'clock game becomes
You kind of your
a
quasi-championship
basically
game.
it's a trip to nationals is at stake.
Yeah.
Full count pitch is fouled away. We'll do that again.
So by the time one of the three other teams that are still here would, besides Peru, would get around to playing the Bobcats, no one's going to have much pitching left at that
Right.
point.
Meanwhile, Peru's still got their 4 starter who's a stud. Who is that, by the way? Arcianiega?
No, he threw the opener.
Navarro.
Navarro closed one game, but
He'll be fine on Monday for
yeah.
sure. Pop up, foul. Marrero catches it. And that long at bat comes to a close.
Yeah, able to get that one inside. Good job by Stinnett there.
Silva to the plate. He's done some damage today. 2 for 3 with a double, an RBI, and a run scored. He singled in the third, doubled in the fifth. That was the double that Sullivan never saw. Eckley had to run a mile, and it ended up bouncing on the right center, near the right center warning track. If Sullivan had seen that, he's a good enough outfielder, he would have at least had a shot at it. But it was driven.
Yeah, it was hit well,
and
but
it
I mean,
kept
Sullivan
going.
was playing pretty deep, and
Yeah.
you know, knowing how fast he is, I think you and I both expected him to at least have an opportunity
Right.
to make a play. And instead, he was nowhere near that ball. And Eckley was straight away, so he had no chance either.
Breaking ball taken on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. One time at Bethel, we had a left fielder who was a pretty bad left fielder. He was a first-team All-American hitter, but he couldn't. He wasn't very good in left, and
He didn't DH.
the 0-1, we had so much offense. It was unbelievable. That pitch misses. We had Eric Stoltz in center.
Oh,
That
right,
tells you
right,
anything.
right.
So Eric Stoltz is in center. Tom Gifford is this kid's name in left. And the opponent fouls it straight back, and Eric Stoltz tells the story in center field. All of a sudden, I see Tommy sprinting over at me. It's like, where is it? Where is it? That ball popped up. Foul territory, third base side. Vargas angles over and makes the catch, and the inning is over. But yeah, Tommy Gifford, he lost it and thought the ball was gapped, and he was sprinting dead sprint towards center. And Eric Stoltz is like, dude, it's foul. You're fine. Go back. I'll cover this area anyway. You just go back over there.
We're good, dude.
Eric Stoltz pitching for the Braves this year. Played center field for Bethel College from 99 to 02. I was a teammate of his. And he's a genuinely good, down-to-earth, humble dude.
Yeah, several guys you and I have seen that NAI ranks have made it to the big leagues. And
Yeah, Justin Masterson, the other one.
Yeah.
Also at Bethel from 05 to 04 and 05. He was there, and then he transferred to San Diego State
from my alma mater,
for the great Tony Gwynn.
Azusa Pacific, Stephen Vogt,
Yeah.
catcher and first base, DH. all-around goofball for the Oakland A's.
Killed the Royals the other day. The Royals
Yeah.
fans will remember him.
Yeah,
Hit a couple of home runs and a
hit
double or something.
Absolute bomb.
Yeah.
Got one of the great impressions of college basketball referees you've ever seen.
Right.
On
Yeah.
Intentional Talk.
Go ahead and look that up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Stephen Vogt and who was the Johnny Gomes?
BOGT and I think it was Gomes. Yeah.
And he does
Hilarious.
Kevin Millar and
Yeah, with Millar and Chris. Was it Chris Rose?
yeah.
Yeah, that was great. I love that.
First pitch taken for a strike. This is Brandon Marrero at the plate. He is 0 for 1. He walked.
He caught the arthritis fingers. Is that what it was? I think.
Yeah.
Got the arthritis fingers right here. Just punch them out.
Yeah. Calling a charge call. And
Yeah.
over and back and
Yeah, a
whatnot.
little over and back with one finger.
That pitch taken. It's 1-1.
Go stand over next to the coach and cover up your mouth. And okay, coach. All right, coach. It's good. But anyway, NAI guys definitely have that opportunity to make it to the big leagues.
The 1-1. Taken on the inside corner. Strike 2.
I'm trying to think of some other guys I know.
Jonathan Sanchez. Remember he pitched for the Royals?
Yes.
And threw a no-hitter for the Giants.
That's right. I think it was against my Padres, wasn't it?
I don't remember who it was against. But didn't he lose it on an error in the
Yeah.
bottom of the, like it was a perfect game? Anyway.
Everyone else has no-hit the Padres. He might as well
Who
have.
was Sanchez? Was he Oklahoma City or Lewis Clark?
Hmm.
I can't remember now.
Chances are it was one of those two.
That ball tapped towards third, an opportunity for a base hit. McGinnity fields, fires, safe. Brandon Marrero really excited over at
Just a
first.
freshman that just doesn't know any better. That's
Hey.
great.
Base hit, man. Let's go, Pioneers.
Yeah, get things going. And
I love it, man. He's got some energy. He went 1 for 2 off a future draft pick. You gotta take
yeah, there
that.
you go.
That's another guy. McCleary, Marty McCleary, pitched for the Pirates a little bit. He was at Mount Vernon Nazarene. I faced him. That dude chewed me up.
There's a guy I think I told you about in the Angel system now. Had been drafted by the Padres and played a little bit for the Rangers last year. Daniel Robertson, outfielder at Concordia, and then transferred to Oregon State.
Ben Zobrist.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably the one everyone would know.
Olivet
Yeah,
Nazarene
Olivet
and Dallas
Nazarene.
Dallas
Dallas
Baptist.
Baptist, yeah, they were an NAI power.
Before moving up, I think they might be D1 now.
Yeah.
First pitch to Clayton Brandt, taken on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Pioneers have Jordan McLeod running at first, Brandt at the plate, and a 6-run deficit in the bottom of the 7th. Quintana's still out there. He's about to throw his 97th pitch. 56 strikes and 40 balls. The ball's up the middle, but handled by Santiago. Throws to first, and it's a 6-3 double play. Tough break for the Pioneers as Santiago was playing it perfectly.
Yeah, they had, he was in just the right spot. Gosh, if he's even one more step
The right fielder.
to his right, that ball might get by him, but
It wasn't hammered, but it was
no.
solidly
Yeah,
contacted.
good enough that it could have gotten through, but they had Sonny Esteban just the right spot for that double play.
Trent Sullivan now, he's 0 for 3. That ball rammed into right center, and that's down for a single. First pitch, ambush. It works this time.
At this point, down 6. I'm not sure working the count does you a lot of good. You might as well get up there and
Yep.
if you see a pitch you like, take a swing, you know. Especially the last couple of innings. I don't know if he's lost a little bit on that fastball maybe, or Pioneers just able to.
If you can eliminate the breaking ball, which is what he's done to
Yeah.
himself in the last couple innings, it hasn't been thrown for strikes very well.
Certainly.
If you see 90 miles an hour enough times, the hitter will time it up and get a piece of it. Eckley's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored, the Pioneers' only run. Takes the first pitch on the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Boy, I mean, Quintana just acing the inside corner and the outside corner with that fastball.
The 0.67 is no fluke, folks.
No, and this Pioneer offense is as hot as you can get. 31 runs scored in the first 2 games, 15 and 16. Off-speed pitch.
It almost looked like a changeup.
Yeah, he finally drops in an off-speed pitch.
Yeah.
Eckley's like, really?
Oh, yeah.
It's 0-2.
It's like Herrera going from 99 to 88
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, I throw an 88-mile-an-hour changeup. Oh, really?
The 0-2. Buries it down and in. 1-2. One-two count. Pioneers down 7-1. Bottom of the 7th. Chop towards second. Fielded on one hop by Alonso. Flip to first, and that'll do it. In the 7th, we move to the top of the 8th, trailing by 6. Here on MNUsports.com, the Pioneer Sports Network.
Just the front of his jersey, where the button is. Is it just like that, or is he just not wearing undershirt? Or?
Is it open?
Yeah, it looks like it's.
Well, he's the one with the
Right, I saw the picture.
the deep V on the team photo, showing the ginger chest hair.
Yeah.
Going. I love it.
Maybe there's just maybe he just doesn't wear anything under it. I don't know.
He's a strange bird, that's for sure. I've got stories from football and baseball to confirm it.
That's right, football player as well.
Yeah, he's a backup tight end on the
Coach
football
Thompson told me that Trent Hedlund started his football throwing program.
team. Good. Torn labrum for Trent Hedlund, the starting quarterback, and a 10-game winner on the mound for the Pioneers last year. We've missed him.
We were talking about that during the 9th inning of the
Leading off for Peru State.
previous game, and
16, Chase.
how both of these teams, especially if Trent had been able to pitch this year, both would have been, prime candidates
Absolutely.
to make a trip to
Absolutely.
Lewiston.
Yeah, Trent Hedlund, not overwhelming stuff, but a consistent starter, and he won 10 games last year. I mean, you know what you're going to get from him. Strike thrower, unshakable nerves.
Yeah, he stood in the pocket with Ty Phillips bearing down on him.
Yeah,
He can stand on the
Can
mound.
handle that. And also, the Pioneers have missed him on the mound. That pitch taken for a strike. It's 1-1. Let's go through Towdy's numbers before we start talking about other people. Towdy on the year is 1-0 with a 4.43 ERA. This is his 9th appearance. That's a ball? Why is that a
Guess
ball?
I was down. I don't know.
It's 2-1.
It was over the plate, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's 2-1 to Phillips. Towdy in 20 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 27 hits and struck out 12. Opponents hitting .325 against him. He's just a strike thrower. That ball popped up.
Towdy never saw it.
Shallow right. Sullivan comes in and makes the catch.
Towdy looked right at Marrero. Looked straight up. Nope. No idea where it is. It's in right field. It's okay.
Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
you're good, buddy.
The second baseman, number 11, Joshua.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
We're missing
Oh,
Hedlund.
Hedlund
And Nick Kevlin is
Yeah.
basically missed this season with a shoulder problem, never really recovered. He's going to try to get a red shirt and he'll be back next year, which is a really nice pickup for the Pioneers. He was absolutely dominant out of the bullpen last year. It was
Yeah.
basically locked down for the final 2 or 3 innings, whatever you needed.
Yeah,
Towdy flips a breaking ball in there, backdoors Alonso on the first pitch. It's 0-1.
as good as he was the last month of the season for you last year was.
Yeah. It's
That's
devastating.
a big loss.
It's devastating that we don't have him this year. Stinnett and Towdy and Brito have filled in admirably, but you're talking about a first-team all-conference relief pitcher.
Yeah.
That pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-2 to the leadoff batter, who's 0 for 3 with an RBI.
Especially a guy that had strikeout stuff. I mean, he got
Right.
swing and miss with that
Yep.
breaking, whatever that off-speed pitch
He had
was.
a cutter, he had
Yeah.
a two-seam, he had all sorts. He had a
He-
big arsenal. That pitch buried. It's 1-2.
He rammed that two-seamer in on right-handers, and
Yep.
none of them seem to have any idea what to do with it.
Another change from last year, Caleb Swartz could just never really get it going this year. He struggled all season and is basically out of the rotation. He was a spot starter and a good reliever last year. That pitch misses outside, 2-2. And that changes. I mean, the Pioneer offense was all back, and it even improved, I think. But the depth of the pitching staff suffered with some injuries and some, that ball ripped to third, and Vargas, you just got to get your lips out of the way of that one. That's a base hit. It hit him in the chest as it bounced up. And it's just a tough break.
Yeah, not much you can do about that.
Number 2, Kyle Killen.
The ball was roped. Vargas had to just stick his glove in somewhere he thought it would be and hope that it stuck, but it bounced off him and trickled into left. That's when you hear from the dugout, "Watch your lips." First pitch misses up and away for a ball. It's interesting, we've got a freshman pitcher and a freshman catcher going against this loaded Peru State team right now in a conference tournament game, getting some good experience. That pitch, breaking ball, taken for a strike. It's 1-1.
Coach Thompson was telling me, I was talking to Trent about the spring game the other day and how that went. And said he was disgusted with what he saw, but you'd expect him to say that since he wasn't the one getting to play.
That pitch misses in the dirt, 1-1. You talking to who about it? Sorry.
I was talking to Coach Thompson about Trent and how he was doing, and he said he had asked him about the spring game.
Oh, I was way off.
He was all upset about it, but well, of course he was. He didn't get to play. I'd have been upset too. So.
Well, the backup quarterback is on the Pioneer roster as well.
Yeah.
Why can't
Brandon
I think of his name?
Jeffries.
Jeffries.
Threw the touchdown pass at Arrowhead Stadium. Guess what I did, kids? But
Threw him out there on a trick play and ran the wide receiver pass, lined him up as a wideout, and he got a touchdown.
Well,
There goes the runner.
little
That
big
ball
jump.
shanked foul, and it's a full count.
I think he had that bag stolen.
Towdy, big kid, 6'2", 6'3". He's got to run, what, 220 at least?
Oh, yeah.
Big ginger-haired mutton
Please.
chops coming out from under that
Position
hat.
does he play?
Backup tight end.
That's right.
I'd never seen him on the field. So maybe a third-string tight end or something.
Freshman.
Yeah.
Maybe turn him into an H-back or something.
Blocking tight end.
There you go. Jumbo package.
Yeah. Well, he's a good, he can move. We've seen him, I don't remember when I've seen him run, but he's not just some big lug out there. He can move. Slide step, hammered towards second. 4, 6, 3 double play. Towdy, that's 3 outs, buddy. Go ahead. And the Pioneers turn a double play. Nicely turned by Marrero, Brandt, and Santiago. Towdy gets out of it without giving up a run. We go to the bottom of the 8th, trailing by 6.
So today was graduation. I thought I saw some pictures with
And I
Coach
think
Steele and
I think even Trent Sullivan walked, and then right after
oh really
came down
okay.
here.
Well, that's cool.
We got a few seniors that wanted, or at least one senior, I guess, that wanted to walk.
Yeah.
And if the plan was, if we made it to the 4 p.m. game on Saturday, we could do it.
I could do it and
I think Sullivan did it.
Plenty of
Plus,
time.
we started at 5 anyway. So
He would have an early start time for commencement. Shouldn't have been a problem.
The next game was supposed to have started 45 minutes ago. That'll get going at about 8:30 if this one ends quickly. Hopefully, the Pioneers can try to put something together.
we've been taking at least 45 minutes to
So it'll be 9
turn
o'clock.
things over. So it'll probably be almost 9 o'clock.
Lights are on here at Wendell Redden Stadium. Do we know who Wendell Redden was or is?
I looked it up last year, and I don't remember. Guess I could do something productive.
Nah.
Wendell Redden.
Type in Google, who the heck
Leading off
is
for the
Wendell
Pioneers,
Redden?
Third baseman, number 12, Carlos Vargas.
Let's see. Yeah, it was in the Globe last year.
Carlos Vargas leads off the bottom of the 8th. Quintana out there throwing his 103rd pitch. It's a breaking ball taken for a strike to Vargas. It's 0-1. He's 2 for 2. He singled in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, and walked in the 6th. He's reached base all 3 times. A really nice swing at that 0-1 fastball. Foul from third back. It's 0-2.
Wendell Redden was the sports editor for the Joplin Globe for 44 years.
Wow.
Retired in 1995 and passed away in February of 2011. So
0-2 pitch. Quintana freezes Vargas on a sweet breaking ball. Vargas goes down looking, and there's 1 out.
named after him. Dedicated in June of 2012. So
Leaser's had good at-bats against Quintana as well. Pioneers have knocked out 8 hits against him. He gives up less than a hit per inning. Half a hit per inning, actually, exactly, on average.
sure, you know, it's not like the chances haven't been there.
Yeah.
Pioneers have had runners on base and just haven't been able to put together that one inning to put up a crooked number. Quintana's been able to work out of trouble and
that gapper with a runner on or something. Haven't
just
been able to get
just
the
didn't
big
have
hit.
it. Yeah, it just hasn't come tonight. And
Leaser's 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI. That's filthy. He's found his breaking ball again. Leaser swings through that one, and it's 1-1.
and whatever trouble he had, 4th and 5th inning or 5th and 6th, he's shaking that off and back to the pitcher that started the game.
Little looper into left center. Little looper, that's driven all the way to the fence.
Holy cow.
That one hops the wall out there. That's a double for Leaser.
I thought that was just
Right?
going to hang. Yeah, I thought it was going to hang in the gap. And
I thought it had a chance to drop in front when he first hit it. Then I
Mm.
thought, oh, they're going to catch that. Then it's like, okay, they're sprinting, both of them.
he drove that pitch a long way. It's
That ball's carrying tonight.
402 to center and 330 down the line. So probably where he hit that, it's got to be
380, 390?
Yeah, 385 range.
Well,
Right,
good for
the,
Seth. He fooled us. It didn't sound great.
No.
Sounded like it was off the hands a little bit, but
If you see
clearly
the-
not.
If you see the white sign to the left of the batter's eye, he hit it to the right of that. So that was a long way.
Fastball, too high for Santiago. It's 1-0. Santiago bunted into a fielder's choice in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th, and hit a hard single in the 6th. He's been a hot hitter lately. Swings at that pitch up out of the zone. It's 1-1. Swung through it. The 1-1 to Nino. Smokes that hanging curveball. Man, he's swinging the bat well right now. They're holding up Leaser at 3rd. It's a 1-out single for Santiago, and he stays hot.
The second baseman, number 11, Santiago Romano.
For the first 3 quarters of the season, Nelson Santiago was a guy who could drive one out of the yard for you, but was hitting around 245, 250. In the last quarter of this season, he has been multi-hit games, doubles, RBIs, and he's got his average up over 300. And he's looking fantastic, and that's a huge pickup at the bottom of the order to have a lefty like that who can knock singles and doubles off of Adam Quintano.
And there's
He's been on fire. It's a different.
movement now in the Peru State bullpen. Can't tell who it is, but
Santiago Romero has had a rough time of it against Quintana. Has not hit the ball out of the infield. A double play in the 2nd, a grounder to short in the 5th, and that little looper fielder's choice soft liner in the 6th. He's 0 for 3. That pitch misses down and in. It's 1-0. Quintana just looks like a pro. He's got the build. He carries himself that way. Just some guys pass the eye test, and he certainly does.
Aces it.
Puts that fastball right on the outside corner. Santiago Ramiro takes it for a strike, and it's 1-1. Another breaking ball. Pours it over for a strike. Nasty pitch.
Yeah.
Marrero takes it, tips his cap, and says, all right, let me try again on 1-2.
May have been the best one he's going to see. That was right out over the plate.
It was right over the plate, but it was biting. It wasn't a hanger.
Off speed.
It wasn't a hanger.
No.
Nelson Santiago, no lead over at first. He's not going anywhere. Swung on and missed. Santiago Ramiro goes down swinging on a foul tip into the glove of Villanueva. Felicer and Santiago stay put, and that'll bring up Kelvin Perez. Perez 0 for 3, struck out in the third, grounded out in the fifth, and popped out in the sixth. I feel like that pop out, wasn't that up there forever? Like he squared it up.
Yeah.
He might be getting closer.
Yeah, I mean, this is a situation where...
He could knock one out of the yard.
Yeah, if he did, then this is a totally different game.
It looked like a back two-seamer, a pitch we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. What else he's got he hasn't used?
That's not fair.
It's like, oh, I'm working on a knuckle curve.
Right. It's 0-1 to Perez. Fouled away, 0-2. Perez has very big power. Tied for the team lead with 7 home runs. That average will come in his development. He's hitting .257, 9 doubles, 7 home runs, 30 RBIs. This is his 51st start. He faces an 0-2 from Quintana. Little chopper into the hole, fielded by McGinnity. He throws to first and gets the out. That'll do it in the 8th for the Pioneers. They strand a couple more. We head to the 9th, down by 6. Get it up. You got it. It's Robertson, not Roberson.
Robertson.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for MNU, number 6, Blake Robertson.
It's my imitation of the old Dodger Stadium PA guy. Blake Robertson.
Would he-
Like a long delayed pause.
Would he repeat the last name?
No, it wasn't. Gosh, what was his name in the Bronx?
Bob Shepard.
Yeah. He would just tune out after a while. The one Yankee game I went to, he did like the first 2 innings, and then like 4 batters would go by and nothing.
He was up there sleeping.
Yeah, he'd probably dozed off. Just like, what?
You announced him, right?
What? Oh, no, they're talking about something else.
The Scott is asking us to announce the guy. We already did.
Oh, we did.
Make my heart beat again, heart beat again, heart beat again.
So, Tyler Towdy, what did he do?
Scoreless inning in the
Scoreless inning, gave up the
Yeah.
hit.
Blake Robertson enters the game to pitch the 9th. He is 4-3 on the season with a 5.46 ERA. This is his 8th game. He's started 6 times. This is just his second relief appearance. In 31 and a third innings pitched, he's given up 36 hits and struck out 21. Opponents are hitting .275 against him.
Last pitched against Grace on April 14th, 5 1/3.
He's got a fantastic changeup. That's grounded foul down the line. This is Randy Santiesteban. I've always wanted to call him Santiesteban.
I'm sure if we had the right roots, we could probably get away with that. But given the
It's taken for a strike. It's on 2.
paleness of our features,
I agree,
think
but I
we
feel
should
like
stick with the.
Santi Esteban just sounds like a white way to butcher that name.
Well,
That pitch misses up and away, apparently, and it's 1-2.
whatever.
Hacking up a lung for the last
I'm
2 innings.
dying. I know.
Popped up. Robertson is a middle infielder by trade, but it'll be Marrero in foul territory. Makes the catch. 1 away.
Coach Allison's given him some gems during in and outs last couple of days. Hit a beauty before this game started.
Well, he's got to make up for what happened last year against Peru State.
When
you
he
recall, he
dosed Ted Harshbarger,
Yeah.
this idea Peru, right on top of the head.
split his head open, and when I showed up for that game later, there was still blood all over the bleachers.
Yeah, Ted and I were sitting to the camera left over here, and there's some blue, I don't know, tarp,
Yeah.
something over the, providing shade for the fans, but
It's
there's
kind
some,
of a roof, but
there's some
slits.
slits in it. Yeah,
Right.
one Coach Allison's pop-up for Colin Starr found its way through one of those and hit Ted right on top of the head and split him open.
Try to get a camera shot of that if you're watching.
There you go.
There's your there's your roof,
There's your roof.
and there are partitions, so there's some gaps in there.
Yeah, it's not one entire piece. It's nice. I mean, it provides great shade.
And it should protect you from balls, but it had to be perfectly placed.
It was.
The 1-2 pitch to Villanueva misses away. It's 2-2. Fouled out of play. Really aggressive hack from Villanueva. It's 2-2. If you want to see the Blake Robertson changeup, this is a perfect situation for it. After an aggressive swing on a fastball, it's typically the time to throw one. So anticipate a swing and a miss or a tapper fouled on the first baseline. The 2-2. He's out in front. Fouled it back.
Was that the changeup?
I don't know.
It looked like a fastball, but
I agree, but he was out in front. Just need to stand up.
I hear you. I'm getting up in a minute, so.
Another 2-2. Breaking ball. Tried to backdoor him. Didn't quite get there. And it's full. Full count pitch. Fouled straight back. We'll do it again. Villanueva takes some good hacks against Robertson. Uh-oh. I'm over my data usage.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Fastball just off the outside corner. Misses. Villanueva even paused to see if he'd be rung up.
For the hot spot? Over your date on the...
I've used 12 of my 10 gigabytes for the month.
Oh,
I was out there for 12 hours at softball this week, so
that would do it.
The pitcher, number
Marketing
20,
office will pay for it.
Tourney.
somebody will. It resets on the 5th, so the game on the 4th will be expensive.
Yeah, well, just doing your job.
That's what you do. I don't
That's
care.
right. Got to keep the Pioneer faithful happy. All 5 of them watching.
That's grounded towards second. 4, 6, 3. Nice pick at first. Oh, Nelson Santiago says he kept the base, but umpire says no. And that was a really good takeout slide at second, which caused Brandt to catapult over him and bury the throw. But takeout slides are not allowed in the NAI. You're supposed to go straight into the bag. I think he did.
I think he did, yeah. I don't think he went through it. I think it was just a...
But Brandt was right there on top of him.
Yeah. Brandt. I think he actually had time to come through the bag.
Probably.
And I think he was a little surprised by the slide.
Santiago made a sweet pick over at first. But umpire said his foot was off the bag. That's crushed right past Robertson on the mound. Between his glove and his face, that could have been a lot worse. That ball was hammered.
Yeah, that was one of those try and defend yourself.
Who's my runner at second? That's not Quintana.
That's a good question.
The third baseman, number 13, Mark McGinnity.
See if he turns around.
Hopefully he doesn't score and it doesn't matter. Because I think
We'll see it when he gets by. We can always change it, I
we've
guess.
put him in. We've put him in already, I think.
Huh? Is it 3? It's pretty short.
Melendez has a stash. Does that guy have a stash?
No.
That pitch taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Mystery man at second. will be
6 or
solved.
8.
He looks like a new guy, doesn't it?
It might be.
And if it's a new guy, then I have to put him in.
I think it's 8 again.
Okay.
Because he was the pitch. Yeah, he ran for Quintana earlier, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike.
Yeah.
It is 0-2 to McGinnity. Walston at first, a mystery guy at second.
Matthew Sontag.
You think it's Sontag?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's courtesy runner at second base.
I'll put him in if he scores
There you go.
or steals.
Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Right. He's already been in there. He's got his game played, recorded. The 0-2. Blew him away upstairs with a fastball. Nicely done from Robertson. Works around a couple of base runners. Picks up a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the ninth in a whole heap of trouble. Go back.
Did we ever leave?
I went to a commercial.
Oh.
But we were on the radio the whole time.
Oh, okay.
The radio. What do you call it?
Radio.
The
Bow, down, down, down. Not Mexican radio.
Peru State 5 runs in the top of the 5th. 2 more in the top of the 6th. The Pioneers answered with 1 in the bottom of that inning. The hits are 14-10, Peru State. The Pioneers have collected their hits and gotten their base runners. The Pioneers have left 10 runners on base. Peru State has left 9.
Catcher number 30, Brendan Marrero.
But Peru State leads in the only category that matters, 7-1.
I was going to say awesomeness, but
I don't know if they lead in that yet.
no. We'll have to wait.
Jury's still out on
Yeah. It's pretty even, though, I would think.
Yeah.
Pretty fair.
First pitch to Brandon Marrero taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Breaking ball misses. Marrero checks a swing. It's 1-1.
Like you said, McGinnity landed that big haymaker, and Pioneers just never responded. Had a few flurries of offense, but just couldn't put together any kind of...
Look at Brandon Marrero. Lines that one down the first base line. He will probably be held to a single. He makes a massive turn, but nobody's covering first, and Silva comes up limping, the first baseman. Marrero's reached base probably more times in the last 2 games than he has all season.
2 for 3 with a walk today, a couple of singles.
This is a new courtesy runner. This is number 20, Brendan Maxwell. I think they're saving McLeod for a real pinch run opportunity if the Pioneers can put something together here. Vargas or even Lisa or Santiago, those are the tying runs, which are quite a bit ways down the line.
Yeah, but no outs here. Top of the lineup. Quintana. Has he thrown 121 pitches now.
76 strikes, 45 balls for Quintana. Pretty sure his cap is around 140. He'll be fine to finish this if the Pioneers don't go nuts on him. That first pitch misses up and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Quintana won't pitch again until the opening round, so he's got tons of rest coming.
I would assume that if there's anybody up, it's probably Miguel Navarro. Closed out.
It was a good pitch to hit and a good hack from Clayton Brandt, but just ticked it, and it's 1-1.
Navarro closed out the Bobcats' first round win against Central Methodist. It's a scoreless ninth.
It's a nice weapon to have. Wasn't he the conference pitcher of the year last year? No, or was it? It was that kid from Evangel.
Yeah, it was Kobe Gaddis.
Gaddis, 13-0.
Yeah, that wasn't even a discussion.
Right.
Somebody in the meeting said, what was his record? 13-0? Yeah, he's pitcher of the year. Nobody argued. And, you know.
His numbers were good as well.
Sure.
It wasn't just a lucky 13.
No. He was solid. He had really, really good stuff.
That pitch fouled away. Here's the 1-2. That's
Oh.
buried. That'll get away, and Maxwell will move to second. Nobody knows where the ball is. Quintana comes and gets it. Calm down, guys.
Well, Villanueva didn't see it.
Right.
McGinnity started to come toward it, and then Quintana wisely,
Told him to go cover third.
ran over, and then McGinnity was hustling back to third base. I think one base for a pinch runner when you're up 6 probably isn't that big of a deal.
Right. Maxwell wasn't going to push the limits on that wild pitch.
No,
Right
take
there.
the base they'll give you to stay out of the double play, but other than that.
Brandt is 1 for 3 with a walk. That's grounded towards third. Fielded by McGinnity on a couple hops. Nice throw across the diamond. Brandt is 1 for 4, 2 for his last 9.
Yeah, tough night last night. Even the hit he had really didn't even square it up. Just flared it down the line and legged out a double.
He had 3 hits in game 1. 1 for 5 last night and 1 for 4 in this game.
He smashed a ball at the end of the first game over the fence.
So that means he will go 4 for 5 on Monday.
Just needs a day off.
I think everybody thought that first pitch to Sullivan was a strike except for Scott, and it's 1-0. The breaking ball stayed up too high for
His liking.
Scott's liking.
Yeah.
There's a fastball taken for a strike. It's 1-1.
And like I said, he told me earlier, he said, I don't really call the high one. I'll give you the low one, but it's just...
He'll call it low, and he'll give you 8 inches outside on a fastball. We've seen it.
Yeah.
A lot of the umps at this level do that. It's not just him. Ball lifted into center. Maxwell back to tag. He should stay where he is. And he will. Please don't tag up on that.
Gives Killen a chance to show off his arm.
Yeah, and that was a pretty impressive throw. The Peru State has a history of great arms. Phillips had a good throw earlier.
Yeah.
Killen and right, and then they had a kid 4 years ago or so. Now I
Their
can't remember
first
his
year
name.
in the league.
Voigt.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That kid had an absolute, legit big league arm out there in right field. I think he won the Gold Glove, maybe even for the country.
Yeah. I think you're right. That does sound familiar.
Voigt, I think that was his name. That team was loaded too.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed.
that was a really good team.
Really enjoyed that team. Pioneers took 3 of 4 from them at home that year. Eckley swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. It's 0-1. Pioneers down to their final out. It's 7-1. And if you've tuned in to hear the Benedictine Valley game, that will come up in about an hour, maybe less than that. That pitch misses. We will have the Benedictine Valley game on this channel. This is the MNU channel. We're here. We may as well talk while we're watching a game. We'll cover that one for you. That will start at about close to 9 o'clock. Eckley takes that pitch down in the dirt. 2-1. 132 pitches for Quintana. There's slight movement in the Peru bullpen. There's no real threat here yet. Swung on and missed. Blew him away upstairs with a fastball, and it's 2-2. Still plenty left in that arm from Quintana. That had to be upper 80s, at least. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pioneers down by 6. Eckley trying to extend the game against Quintana. The 2-2. Breaking ball taken for a strike 3. Down goes Eckley, and down go the Pioneers.
Final score,
They fall by 6.
7, MNU 1.
And that'll do it. So here's the deal for the Pioneers.
The Pioneers will play the winner of
They will face the winner of this game coming up here, Benedictine or Missouri Valley.
May 4th at 1 p.m.
The winner of that game will play MNU,
Advances to the championship game.
and that is at 1 o'clock on Monday. And the winner of that game advances to nationals. That's what's at stake for the Pioneers. We got 1 game to win. It will happen on Monday to advance to nationals. We will have full coverage of that. I might even try to finagle a center field camera if I'm crazy enough. Hopefully we have a crowd out here. Come on down to Joplin. See your Pioneers try to qualify for nationals. That would be pretty sweet to do it back-to-back years. We'll see you Monday at 1, Pioneer Faithful. For Eric Montgomery, I am Chad Jenkins. Love you.